Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another half hour of Green Rush Live on a Friday afternoon. I'm Jimmy Young, the founder of Pro Cannabis Media and the sometimes host of Green Rush Live, the business of cannabis show. And we're at MJ Unpacked in New York. And I got to tell you, I told you before the break that this next guest has a target consumer, someone who likes sex.
Anyone that has or wants to have better sex is really going to be my target market.
And her name is Tanya Griffin. Tanya, I already feel like I'm like besties with you.
Well, because we're sitting so close.
I know. You have to do that to get in the frame. It's about the rule of thirds.
We would have done it anyway.
I tend to think this now. First of all, let's get legit here. Right. I happen to know that the cannabis industry has many products, many entrepreneurial women who have identified the plant as a tool to improve and enhance their sex that they have.
Absolutely, and great companies. So the answer is yes to that. We've got Foria, Vela, Quim. I'm trying to think of a few. Blossom Organics. Here's what they do very well and what I do differently.
Okay, but hang on. Before you do it, she's unique.
Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh my God! I have so many lines. I am blushing. What do you want from me? I'm not. The camera doesn't lie. Ooh, yes.
Oh yes, for orgasm.
I knew the O was for orgasm, but I'm
yes.
like an ooh yes.
Okay, go your way. Go your way. No, seriously, I don't want to get in your way.
So it's OOYES.
Yes.
.love.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, all about the love, baby.
It is about the love.
Yeah.
Boy, but I don't know about you. I've had my heart broken many, many, many times.
Yeah, but makeup sex is good, right? Yeah, right.
Okay, Tanya. Yes, indeed. All right. Tell us about, first of all, how did you discover this first, and then tell me how you got into the business. Is that okay?
Well, I'm going to start with how I got in the business because that's how I discovered it. Oh. You know, right? Because it's I have been in this incestuous little cannabis business since 2012. I built the first vertically integrated national franchise in the country with the Green Solution, and I won some of the first Florida and Illinois licenses. And I exited to an MSO a couple of years ago, which allows me to self-fund my sex shenanigans and a few other companies.
All right. Sex Shenanigans, by the way, is a freaking great name for a talk show. I just want to tell you.
Well, you can have it. You can have it.
One step at a time here. One step at a time.
All right.
I thought you're not Colorado then.
I am. I am living in Colorado for the last 6 years, but I started my company, Water and Trees. It's a growth management company, and I was building and scaling healthcare companies in Chicago. And I sitting in a surgical center, and I'm reading that medical cannabis is coming to town. And at this point, I'm married to a blues musician who's smoking pot in the basement, and it was a sort of a natural segue to go after.
I get
and I obviously understood this is something I should be selling.
The products. Hang on a second.
Not the sex.
Right? No. That's why I just wanted to make sure that was clarified. I am blushing. By the way, not a difficult thing for me. Okay, especially with subjects like this.
All red. You can't see it. He's as red as my coat.
It's my natural color. Okay, come on. It's my natural color. This, by the way, this has a chance to go viral. Keep going. So tell me, keep going on with your story because it is fascinating. Blues musician.
That was a mistake. What that is what it is.
We all make mistakes in life, and we learn more from our mistakes than we do from our successes.
Correct.
Bill Gates actually reinforced that recently.
Well, they all do.
Yeah.
See, I mean, all of those guys. We can learn. I have made many. Mistakes.
Made many men, made many. Okay. So we all have. Okay, but now you've had some success of your own because you did a successful exit, as they say.
I did.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to hear those secrets. Oh, and by the way.
Do I smell good?
No, I just got a waft.
I
just got a
when
waft.
in Rome.
It's not smell-o-vision, folks, but if you know what we're talking about, we are at a cannabis show.
The rigs are going. Puffco is
here.
Has lit up around the corner.
All right. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus because I don't want to do that indoors. Yeah. And we were just talking to Charlie Olivesetti from Vicente Cedarburg about you walk down the streets of New York now and you
You
get the
choose-
waft, right?
Absolutely.
Same thing happened in
Absolutely.
Massachusetts when it went legal.
Yes.
Voted by once the vote came in, forget the rules, the regulations.
It's all get in there.
The people
Smoke-
voted.
The people have voted.
Right, the people
People
voted.
voted.
I'm smoking weed in public. This is what
Yes.
was going on, right?
It's fair.
Okay, all right. So back to your story. I'm sorry. I
You're all
I have a
good.
feeling we're going to do a lot of digression in this interview. Go ahead.
Yes. So you asked originally how I fell into sex. That I've been a small business. I've owned small businesses for 33 years, and I started. This is applicable. I started with a company in 1995 after the birth of the first of my 4 children with Kangaroo Kids. So I am a midwife and lactation consultant. I help women breastfeed. So it's always been about some body part in my world.
I get you. But
so-
go back to breastfeeding because you know that's
Breastfeeding.
in the news right now
Oh.
because there's a shortage of
I
formula.
saw that. Please, ladies out there, breastfeed your children.
As long as you
And
possibly
as long
can.
as you- I did it like I'm an African woman. So this is for another show, and nobody wants to hear that story. But
I'm going on a limb thinking there are probably some Scandinavian women that do it a long time. I
Well,
don't think
I just-
Africa's the only country.
no,
I just
absolutely.
Thank you very
No,
much.
but in Scandinavia they don't. In the European countries they cut them off sooner. So that
I'm
was not,
shocked.
No, that was
She
a
knows her
legit-
lactate history.
I definitely-
Obviously more than I do.
So I always joke that I've my journey, you're going to like this, it has been from colostrum, which is the pre-milk, to cannabis to come. For good reason, because this is my crescendo,
Okay,
the
yes.
sex brand.
I
But
get
I
it.
started
Hence
helping
the
women.
O. Yes.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
started helping women for, my stores, Kangaroo Kids, are still in Europe and in the U.S. And that was about helping women with their parenting and breastfeeding needs.
And by the way,
And this is
let me ask you a question. We agree on a lot of things, I can tell already. Isn't parenting...
breastfeeding?
No, hang on a second. Just bear with me. Isn't parenting the toughest job any of us have ever had?
Oh, of course. I was a very laissez-faire parent. I just stuck a tit in their mouth and it called it a day. So it depends
if
on...
I was an infant, it would have worked for me, okay? I don't remember that far back, so,
That's right.
okay.
So, but of course, parenting is...
It really is. So and women, I've always believed because you can actually create a human in your body, we can only cause it. We are the cause of a lot of issues, actually. That being said, I've always felt that there should be more women in business. There should be more women in politics because every heterosexual male that I know knows that the woman is the boss in the relationship.
Yes, I think so too. And absolutely, we should be running companies.
100%.
Especially post-pandemic, we have a different way of
And now
looking
I'm
at
gonna ask
things.
you a news question,
Wow.
a business question.
Whoa, I'm ready.
Okay, because as you know, there's a
There was no
trend.
prep for this.
No, there wasn't. No. Really? You know,
Doesn't
anybody who
show.
knows me knows this. Oh my God, Jimmy's met somebody. Oh my God. Okay,
So fun.
so the percentage of women in the cannabis industry at the C level 8 years ago, I believe was close to 27%, and it's now down to 8%.
Ouch.
So that means access to capital. You were an example, merger and acquisition. I'm
Right.
going out on a limb. I don't know this. I didn't do any due diligence, okay? That you were acquired by a company that was a male dollar bill controlled
course.
company.
Yeah, of course.
See? Now let me ask you, if a female private equity company came along and wanted to acquire your company, would you have gone with the male company or the female company?
Listen, I dream of an all-female cap table.
Good.
There's only a handful of us doing this right now, so that's a
Oh,
challenge.
yes.
Oh yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, so I have no idea where we were before this.
We're heading into the brands.
Okay.
Eventually, we're going to talk about sex.
No, let's,
Yes, we're
let's
going.
talk about the brands first, shall we? Okay? And then we'll see if we run out of time or not. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So the trajectory here is how did I get to this place? And it is because I believe sex is very important to all of us. It's like eating and sleeping. I never intended to, you mentioned the other wonderful companies in the market that are actively helping women with issues around pain and menstrual cycles and menopause around sex. Foria, Quim, Blossom Organics, these companies are focused on those issues. I am not. I am all about having great sex. I think sex is about, good communication, showing up, staying present. I'm just got some toys to take you there. That's some fun to take you there.
Am I in trouble at home? I am. But you're giving me a gift to take home.
Well, we'll start with the blowjob. I think we'll start with going down. This is our oral sex elixir.
Okay.
So I flavored it with terpenes, so it's like an orange creamsicle. I put the honey in there. We have patents out of Israel that are wrapped around feeding bees cannabis. We have organic farms in Santa Maria, California. And this is our other company, Aha Honey. And I took this bee-fused honey, which by nature is essentially naturally nano-emulsified, and I wrapped it through our 8 products. So everything you will appreciate is tied to sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So going down, I may have a quiz for you. I'll give you this one. Freddie King, great blues guy.
Yeah?
Start Me Up. That's our lickable lube, water-based. Who is that? Come on, baby.
Start Me Up is the Stones.
Yes. All right. How about...
I didn't know this was going to be
it's
name that tune.
Oh, yeah. Roll, Baby, Roll is our roll-on sex-all rollerball for the clitoris. Roll, baby, roll. You got this, my friend. Come on. JM. Hint. No. JM is the lead singer. That's a hint. I'm going to give it to you. It's the Doors. Yes, you got it. You got it.
JM, Jim Morrison. I mean, that was like you were handing it. That was a layup to me.
We've got a groove grease is our massage oil candle. I put 1,000 milligrams of CBD and CBG, and I made it with the beeswax and the honey from the farms.
So
light
is a
it.
burning candle.
Oh, more than that. You light this thing.
Yeah.
This pairs well with every.
Come on,
drug.
baby, light my fire.
You
right?
pour it all over. Well, Groove Grease is Jimmy McGriff. He's a funkadelic jazz guy. Just a great album. But you get together, you pour it all over each other, slip and slide all over.
Wait. The wax you're pouring all over.
Well, it's a candle, but you light it and you drip it all over each other. Right? And then you.
Hot?
Yeah, that's the intention.
But doesn't it burn you?
No, come on. It's lukewarm.
I know it's that
Hey, a little
pain pleasure threshold, right?
Light BDSM. We do upcycle bicycle tubing handcuffs. I have partnerships with the bicycle shops in Denver.
Of course you do.
And I've got, this wonderful trans community is making us light, handcuffs made out of upcycled bicycle tubing and some whips. That's not in the cannabis space, but we sell those in our section.
Hang on a second. I'm not that naive, okay? There is that S&M type of sex, correct?
You weren't willing for a little lukewarm wax
I'm
on
not
you.
talking about me. I'm talking about in general. All right. Excuse me. I already got choked up by that. Woo. Sorry about
Red
that.
again, folks.
I was born red.
I
really was.
Yes.
I was
European, Irish.
Try Jewish,
English.
Russian. Try Jewish, Russian, Polish on both sides. Oh my God! As soon as she mentioned the promised land, Israel, I was going to say, okay, she's going to. We were Yanofsky coming off the boat. All right. What can I tell you? This is getting very personal. People are finding out shit about me that I didn't expect them to do.
Here's another one for you,
Okay.
just in case, because we're going.
Let's
through
see
the
how
product.
fast it takes me to go blush now.
These don't have cannabis in them, but I medicated them with sorbitol and herbs. These are dry mouth lozenges.
I need one right now.
Here, take. They're lovely. They work great with oral sex, but if you're smoking a joint with
it's
what
one
you're
of the-
doing, you
hang
got
on a
it.
second.
Everything is better wet.
It is one of the first physiological things that happens to anyone.
I agree.
Who partakes in
I
the
agree.
right? And by the way,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be smoking either. You
No,
can
no,
have
no,
it
no.
by tincture or by vape or whatever. You're going to get a little dry mouth. And you're
Right.
always looking for stuff like this.
Well, taste. Can you eat? Can you talk and eat, or what should we do here? Because they're beautiful. They're lovely.
Another 15 minutes. I
All
can
right,
keep talking.
All right. But so the tongue in cheek of this is obviously with oral sex. Oh, sorry.
I mean, there's nothing that comes out of her mouth that doesn't have double innuendo
It's
here,
too
right?
easy.
It is too easy. Well, by the way, it's
too
not dissimilar to the cannabis industry.
Correct.
Right? All the fun
Absol-
puns
that's the double
that the idiot media people who don't understand that actually you're disrespecting professional business people now,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
You know? So anyway, go ahead.
Well,
That's
these
very
little
cool.
guy. Well, this is just an add-on, and of course, so we currently all the products I brought because have CBD, CBG, our patented bee-fused honey. I flavor them with terpenes. So these are selling currently online. We're in sex shops. We're in high-end women's boutiques. But we have a Sexperience O-Box. We have partners with boutique hotels and Airbnbs. So for that, look at it. You can get, we give you 2 condoms. We give you wet. We give you unplugged, which is just our straight-up silicone lube. Start Me Up, which is our water-based lickable lube, and going down for oral sex, $69. I mean, quadruple that in Las Vegas. We're in some Las Vegas shops that are a lot more expensive, but $69 and you are good to go. And then we have this is the most important.
Do you know whose favorite number 69 is? You're not going to know who this person is, but everybody knows that I'm a sports guy. And Rob Gronkowski always says, 69, that's my favorite number.
Oh,
and he wears
gosh.
87, okay? So that makes no sense.
Right.
Do you know who Gronk is?
No.
That's okay. You're not a sports person.
Embarrassing, I'm not.
That's all right.
No.
You're embarrassing
I'm
me.
too busy having sex.
You're embarrassing.
What are you doing?
Hosting a talk show that has gone right down the tubes. Okay, let's just say no. It's been awesome. I actually love the entrepreneurial spirit
Okay, good.
of
Thank
people
you.
in the industry.
Yeah, I do
because
too.
and look
I
at
do
look
too.
at what you've done. You've looked at yourself. You said, wait a second, we can create stuff that can enhance one of the most pleasurable things all humans want, right?
What's the other one? If one of, what's the other one that they want?
Well, I got to tell you something. I'll tell you what it is. Don't forget it. I was an athlete.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the adrenaline
I
rush
get
that
it.
you get when you play sports at a high level,
Cannot disagree with you.
it is, first of all, it's ego stroking.
It's
physical-
endorphins.
It's endorphins.
Do- dopamine.
They call it being in the zone.
Yes.
When you get to that point where you're just, it's the
I'm glad
sports
I asked.
scene. It's the sports scene. I can go into this.
You're right.
It's 10,000 repetitions. So Tanya, Will Chamberlain had his book about.
Oh yeah, 10,000 girls.
It's 10,000 repetitions.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's put in
I'm
his
not going to ask
10,000
you
hours.
what number you're at, Tanya. I
Yeah.
won't ask you. Okay? I don't need to know
Well,
that.
I'm
We
making
don't
up
need
for
to.
lost time.
That's,
I'm
okay. Let's
I'm
keep
daily
going.
or twice a day now, but I'm making up.
It's all that research and test products that you're doing.
Field work. It's a tax credit.
It's lab work. I understand. It's lab work.
Well, let me give you one more thing. So
You've
have
given me quite a bit. Keep going.
we have these 8 products, but really, when I built the brand, it was about opening communication and having fun with sex, being playful with sex, and showing up. So I built a sex quiz, an online sex quiz.
Okay.
Which works in our hotels and our travel partners.
Right,
but
no, that's great because
Yeah.
you engage with your partner.
That's right. That's right.
In some kind of, and by the way, the sex organ is the brain.
Correct.
See?
I
may have flunked.
We are not sexologists. We made that up.
No,
Me
it's true.
confirming doesn't
That-
mean it's right.
No, it's right because I took a class at Tufts University
Okay.
on sex.
Oh,
I did.
all right.
And the lab work was great,
Yes.
but I really didn't do well in the exam because multiple choice tests, I'm learning challenge.
Yeah.
So
right.
forget especially in a sex class, every answer looked good.
Yes. That's fair. That's fair. Well, my test for you.
I got a C plus.
Well, you passed.
Average plus.
You passed.
Yeah,
That's all
I
right.
can average plus. It's all right.
Well,
It's
my
kind of my story of my
quiz
life.
For you is the Oh Yes Sex Quiz. So you go on your phone and you say oh yes, oh no, or oh maybe so to 100 different sex acts, and we give you descriptions. So if you don't know what it is, we give you pictures and descriptions, and then we give you
They're
your
not moving
peak score.
pictures, though, are they?
Some of them are, and not all of them. Not all of them, but you can then share it with your partner. So if you're both up for a threesome, you know that, and that just inherently makes sex good.
3 humans.
Well, yeah,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
a threesome.
Because there's some wild crap out there right now, I just want to say.
Well, a threesome is not the wild side of the crap, I would argue. I'm not sure the threesome gets it.
All right. Let's talk about business.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Business.
Yes.
So Colorado, there are THC infused products here, correct?
In front of you, these are all using CBD, CBG, bee-fused honey, and terpenes. Do we have
I didn't hear THC.
no THC in what's sitting here? We are next quarter. We will be in Colorado dispensaries with a THC, so a true vagina high. We'll be in there with that. And then I just won licenses in Illinois, so we're next going into the Illinois market. with this brand with a THC infused.
Seems to me like I just talked to a beverage guy who had shots.
Oh.
Available with THC infused shots in whatever soda,
Sure.
beer tasting devices that aren't alcohol, and I'm like, it can't be beer without alcohol. I mean,
Right.
it is. It is. I get it. There's non-alcoholic beer. Duh, I get it.
Right.
But why would you drink a non-alcoholic beer just out of curiosity? Because I think the taste sucks.
Right. It's like eating meat when you're a vegetarian. I agree with you.
Okay. Let's not get into that because
No.
I'm a meat and potatoes. Right. We're going to digress very easily. Very easily. Okay.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily need a license to produce this, or do you?
Well, no. So when I'm selling direct to consumer and in women's boutiques and sex shops or the hotels, no, because it has non-psychoactive cannabinoids. Having said that, we currently sell in dispensaries in Colorado because we're approved by the Department of Health, and we're adding distillate to all of these formulations. So Start Me Up, Roll Baby Rolling Going Down, we'll all be spiked with THC in the Colorado and Illinois markets to start.
Wasn't Jeff Beck doing Going Down? Didn't he do a song?
You know your guitar players, my friend.
Yeah. That's it. When you said Going Down, and that's a really.
Freddie King really is going, so it's really, but Jeff Beck definitely.
I mean, my brain, as you can see. And by the way, here's the thing that I learned when I met. I give him credit. John Dvorak. He runs around Massachusetts as the hemp expert. He's got a hemp museum that he's mobile hemp museum. And when I said, well, hemp isn't psychoactive, he almost took my head off, because the cannabinoids do interact with your psyche. They do interact with your head. What they're not are intoxicating.
I think that's a fair statement. And if you're not doing a broad spectrum, if you're not stripping out the THC, you have THC in hemp products. Because that's the conduit that brings it through the system.
Right. And we've heard stories. Plenty of people have failed drug tests taking hemp-derived products.
I believe that is to be true.
Oh no, it's true. I'm like, I feel like I'm exhausted. I feel like
okay.
I need a cigarette. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, can you smoke in here? They're smoking weed. I think you should.
No. I kid because I can. How do people? First of all, we're based in Massachusetts, but we literally have viewers all over the world.
Wonderful.
Texas is the most watched state.
Texas, I can send you any amount of lube you want, my friend. Absolutely. So all of these we sell in Texas.
People who probably would like these products in Texas.
All you have to do is either follow us, by the way, at OOYES.love on Instagram. Go on our website and take the sex quiz, and we can send you stuff anywhere in the country, of course.
Okay, all right. We're going to wrap up. I'm going to allow her, Tanya, to ask me one choice question.
Oh my God, the pressure.
And you have pressure now because now I'm getting the
battery?
low battery warning on the phone. So
go
we're going to have
quick.
to plug in. So yeah, it's going to have to be a quickie. What's that? It's that nooner quickie we talked about, right? All right. Sorry. All right. Ask me the question. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
You asked me the sex quiz question.
Oh, okay. Well, we've already tackled threesome, and I don't think I should talk to you about fisting. So let's go to. No. I want to do about have you been videotaped? Would you like to have some public displays of affection and videotape yourself and your partner? Just speaking
not
of
not I was going to say not if it includes my partner.
Yeah. You're going to have to cut that.
All right. I'm just saying. All right. At this point, I think somebody is knocking on the door and wants to get into the studio, which is fine. I have no problem with that because this is time to wrap things up. Tanya Griffin, you have been a very special interview. I've done a lot of them, but I've never had so many blush opportunities with you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
She's Tanya Griffin. I'm Jimmy Young from Pro Cannabis Media. Remember, it's a whole new world of weed out there. Use it responsibly, and don't forget, Weed Talk News coming up next. Don't go away.
Hi, my name's Tai Chang. I'm the president and founder of Aloha Green Apothecary in Hawaii. We're a vertically integrated medical cannabis company with 3 dispensaries, 1 extraction lab, and 1 cultivation center near the North Shore of Oahu. We have over 150 employees now, and we've been working with Adaptive HR to meet our human resource needs. We're super excited to work with them as we expand, and we've grown at least 2-3 times over the last 2 years. So we look forward to a good relationship with Adaptive, and come visit us in Hawaii anytime. Aloha.
Weed Talk and In the Weeds are two productions of Pro Cannabis Media supported by Revolutionary Clinics, one of the top medical cannabis dispensaries in the Massachusetts area, now with 3 locations in Greater Boston, 2 in Cambridge and 1 on Broadway in Somerville. Rev Clinics has a patient-first mission. They will customize your needs as a medical patient with the proper titration and combination of strains, flavors, and products. Rev Clinics, where the patient comes first.
Difference is building a solution for that individual. Not just a custom, here's a box, here's a video, here's how you make your VMS. We custom design and custom build every situation for exactly what the customer needs. And we keep the costs low. We have multiple tiers, as far as what you're looking at on the cost side of things. If you want a one-time, where you just pay one initial cost, we have that. If you want to maintain your system and have the highest protection and highest capabilities and highest upgrades at all times, we have different plans for you. But we scale it so it's scalable and affordable 100%.
Hey, you want to grow your own plants? Check out Style Lighting's Grow Kit. It has everything you need to become an expert home grower and bring the power of the sun indoors. Style Lighting uses TCP's high-powered commercial LEDs that deliver twice the output in the market. The Grow Kit has a grow bag, a timer, chains to hang the light, and of course the best in the business lighting system by TCP. Check out stylelighting.shop for more information. Pro Cannabis Media programming is available live and on demand on our Facebook page at Pro Canna Media, on Instagram at Pro Cannabis Media, on LinkedIn also at Pro Cannabis Media, on YouTube and YouTube Live on Pro Cannabis Media, Twitter at Pro Canna Media, and on twitch.tv/Pro Cannabis Media. So like, share, and subscribe to all of our content, newsletters, and shows live or on demand.
We are Pro Cannabis Media.